take it to Mars, oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break in, you'll swear, you're falling into me, touch me, I swear, you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free, I wanna make you sweat on me, I wanna make you sweat on me.
Welcome back, guys, to the CJ Unedited podcast. We got some familiar faces in the house tonight. But before I introduce the familiar faces in the comments, I think it's time that we bring back Chrissy.
Hey, fam. I'm so excited for the resurgence of this podcast. We were talking about how we missed it and said, can we manage to bring it back monthly? And I think we can do it. So I'm excited to talk. I know we're going to do some things differently. I hope you guys like them. And yeah, I hope everyone is well.
I guess so I said that we had some very big twists. We had some new twists for this show. Given the fact that it's been 361 days from our last official podcast episode. And if you were looking at our Instagram, I posted that we had a new host coming. So I think it's only fair that we replay our intro video and put our new co-host on it. So let's redo this thing, why don't we?
Twisty.
I'll take it to Mars, oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break in, you'll swear, you're falling into me, touch me, I swear, you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free, I wanna make you sweat on me, I wanna make you sweat on me.
Hi!
We have Brinkley.
Welcome, Queen.
That was so
Welcome.
fun. Thank you. I didn't know you were going to do that, so that was funny. Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah, when you guys talked about redoing it, James reached out and asked if I wanted to co-host, and since it wasn't going to be as frequent, I figured I could make it work with my schedule. So yeah, I'm excited.
I thought it'd be really
Welcome to the
fun.
pod. Happy to
It'd be
have you.
really fun to put the little sometimes underneath her
Yeah.
name.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what is that? A little
Sometimes.
tag.
But like I said, we do have some familiar faces in the comments. So, my mom, welcome back.
Queen.
I believe, is this who I think it is?
Wheels.
From the mini community. Oh God, why am I drawing a blank on your name?
Cheryl?
Cheryl, yes, it's Cheryl.
It might be her.
I
Yeah.
think it is. My mom said, Cheryl says, "Welcome to CJ Unedited, Brinkley."
Thank you.
And then Cheryl. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's not bad.
I don't know why I was gonna call you Sherry for some reason.
Well, then there's Sherry too.
My boss is watching.
Oof. He said, oof. You've been back for a minute and you forgetting people's names.
I'm surprised I know how to operate this system.
I'm surprised it stayed.
I know.
Period.
I think though, what we need to do is what we always do. What are you drinking tonight? Well, I guess we'll start. Okay, I guess Chrissy is starting it off.
I have a Surfside iced tea and vodka. Should I be drinking? Because it's St. Patty's Day weekend. I'm going to be drinking again, probably, but this is just one drink. And I figured the resurgence of the show needed a celebration.
It was only fitting.
Yep, absolutely. What are you drinking tonight?
Since
They
James
sell
stepped
them in Monticello.
Let's go. Oh wait, do you have them there now?
Yes.
Good. I don't need him to buy them for him, guys, and bring it to freaking New York every time I see him.
Yeah, I think he told me about those when he had visited you last because he got some from you and we tried them. So they're super good. while
Delicious.
James is away. I am nothing special, but one of my favorite staple drinks, just Dr. Pepper. So
Are you drinking it out of the Stanley?
In the Stanley.
I am. It just tastes better.
I
So
thought that was
Water.
bad.
I thought water Stanley would be like
Mom
Pepsi. I
said-
knew it.
Oh, right. I guess I should do mine. I wanted to do a little kickback because it is Throwback Thursday. It's our first episode of our reboot season. So I'm drinking a Sonic Ocean Water, which was the very first drink I ever drank on this show.
aw.
Oh shit. Okay.
So Valerie says Pepsi, of course. Cheryl says Coca-Cola, like always.
Mm-hmm.
She also asked, "How is little man doing?"
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. He is pretty well. Not so little. He's almost 2. Thank
Cal
you.
says, "No more smuggling those drinks down."
Yeah, I don't have to.
And then my
wonderful.
dad says, "Hello, Chrissy. Welcome, Brinkley, and hello, James."
Hi.
Welcome back, fam.
It's gonna be a new fun. But I also wanted to go into just kind of going along here. It is a new. It is like I said, it's a reboot. New show. Don't mind messy apartment. New show, new way of life that we have. So I figured it's also time that we changed our logo. So I kind of wanted to do something a little fun. I'm a Chiefs fan. Chrissy, you're an Eagles fan. Brinkley, you are a Raiders fan.
Mhm.
So our logo now kind of introduces all three of us. So it's got a little bit of Chiefs red, a little bit of Chiefs
like
green,
it.
a little bit of Eagles green, a lot of bit of Eagles green,
Go.
and black for the Raiders.
What a combo. Oh, that's so funny. All of these teams like hate each other.
Yep. Love
That's
the
awesome.
rivalries. Everybody hates us though, and I
We're
understand.
well
it.
represented on this
We're
podcast.
out of pocket.
Everyone hates the Chiefs more than anybody else.
You think? Or maybe it's just our fans. That everybody hates our fans. And understandable. Like, we're obnoxious. I didn't get to go down there this year.
You all booed an innocent woman as she entered.
I was not doing that. I did not disrespect the mayor, but a lot of my friends did.
Oh no, I didn't mean the mayor. I meant
No,
Taylor
they
Swift.
booed Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, Taylor Swift. I did not do that to Taylor Swift.
Dude, I can't believe the mayor forgot your
I mean,
Eagles name.
Yep.
technically, they didn't disobey the mayor though, because she asked them not to climb light posts, and instead they took them down. So technically, they followed the rules.
I forgot about that. I forgot. Don't tear them down. Tears them down. Don't climb on them. Sherry says hi to you guys as well.
Hi,
Queen.
Sherry.
But no. So welcome to the rebooted CJ Unedited podcast. Chrissy, welcome. That was our first big twist, is that we now have a co-host bi-monthly. No, not bi-monthly.
I get
By-
it monthly.
by
It was supposed to
episode.
be- Yeah,
Bi-episode.
we don't actually know. We're
Whenever
all
she can get here.
together.
We're just
She can
We're
get
going
here
with the
next month.
punches.
Awesome.
if I say, hey, we're doing an episode this day, and she says sure, then she'll be here. If it's not, it's just gonna be me and
Yep.
Chrissy. But there will be 2 shows a month, mainly because I work in athletics. We've had back-to-back games, scheduling conflicts. Brinkley, you work in athletics.
Mhm.
Chrissy, you have a child and a life, and you're a teacher. So we figured 2 episodes a month would be fine. It would be better and easier for all of us to maintain a work-life balance. If I'm right. I could be wrong. Our other thing is we don't have a set schedule of what we're going to do. So 1 week it could be Reddit stories. The next week it could be crazy news reports. You could come to a month where we have unedited movie reviews, or we have a special guest, like Tiffany Mitchell. She might be back. I'm not saying she is. Don't get your hopes up. But we might have special guests that pop in to say hi because we do have a lot of them. We do know a lot of people, mainly since we've done this for 5 seasons. So, yeah, anything you want to say, Chrissy or Brinkley, about this idea of changing things up?
No, we're just gonna see how it rolls and just have
So-
fun with it, and hope you guys that are viewing enjoy.
I will say
We talked about maybe doing movies once every couple
Yep.
months, right?
a couple months, special guest. Where were you, dude? Were you not just here?
Did you mention movies? I had to blow my nose like really
Oh,
bad, and I might
I
have
didn't
like
hear that either. To be fair,
I'm muted.
Okay, so let me rephrase. we may be doing Reddit stories. We may be doing crazy news reports. We may have special guests like Tiffany Mitchell. She's not gonna be here right now. Don't worry. She's not behind the scenes. Our unedited movie reviews. We do have special guests that are going to come in for some of those. Even for Reddit stories, we might have a special guest besides the 3 of us. Or on edited movie reviews, we could have Kevin. We could have my friend McGuire could be coming in and doing it.
Oh my God, I hung out with Kevin on Saturday. I haven't seen him in so long.
How was that?
I didn't I saw him in a game, but like
Oh.
that's how we hang out these days. It was fun. It was the first time I got to like hang out with him in any capacity, and like other than the movie review in like a long time. So
I just realized that I think every person that I know down here in Monticello. Oh, I moved. That's a culture shock.
that's right. You did.
I'm in a new city, but I'm about to say, I have a mule flag hanging, and I know that there's people watching this from UAM. But I'm going to be honest, never in my wildest dreams did I think we were going to be doing this show again for a while. So, like, oops, my bad. Represent Blossoms, go. But yeah, I moved to a whole new city, which is why we stopped this show, and one of the reasons we stopped this show in the first place. So that's different. Wow.
Damn.
Oh, that's funny.
Calling the city is quite a stretch. Lol.
There's
Oh, shit.
only like 2,000 people in my school and like 6,000 in the town.
So it's kind of like where I went to college. Like the college is the town, kind of.
Let me just tell you, we have a McDonald's, a Wendy's, a Popeyes, a Burger King, a Sonic, and a Dairy Queen. Those are it.
It's somehow smaller than Warrensburg. Impressive.
Wow.
We only have one coffee shop. They're not open on Sundays. My mom said it's more like a small town. It is a small town. It is. There's more churches than I think there are people.
What? Wow.
That's a joke.
That's a hyperbole. All right.
Oh, and we have 6 Mexican restaurants.
Of course.
Oh, that's clutch. I love good
Avocados,
Mexican.
Small town
Mecca,
Arkansas.
Mecca.
There is a Mexican place for every church.
More like
That is the equation. That's the ratio. In every small town in Arkansas, one church has to match one Mexican restaurant. And they're all actually the same, but there's just so many of them.
So are you there now too, or are you still in Missouri?
I'm still at UCM. I'm working with the football team, but I grew up in Arkansas. That's where I'm from.
Okay. All
I
right.
know small town Arkansas pretty well.
We do. He did say that we love our tacos here, but I forgot to mention we have like 30 food trucks.
Wow.
There's literally food trucks like right next to each other, going down the main stretch of our road. So
Nice.
Anyway, so we are now legit all over the country. It feels like we got Missouri, Arkansas, and Philadelphia or Pennsylvania represented here. I'm still trying to get those guys on from Delco.
Oh my God. Delco repping.
She's from Delco. She lives in Delco. So it'd be kind of cool to have a couple people. But are you just reading the comments that pop up?
It just keeps. It's just.
How are you looking at? Oh, are you looking at YouTube?
Anyway, I think we should get to our first story tonight, or first thing tonight, or the thing that we're doing. Okay, I'm just gonna go on to our next topic.
Our main topic.
our main topic. As I said, we're gonna do some things like crazy news reports, Reddit stories. Have you guys ever heard listened to Reddit stories or have read Reddit stories?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
I remember before I met you, I used to go live with this guy that was like a coach at one of my gyms, and we would like answer people's questions. We would just be like, "Hey, we're some 30 subs." Oh my god, guys, I turned 40 while we were gone. It was sad. But back in that awesome decade, we would be like, "Hey, we're just some random 30 subs answering your questions about what you think." Some of it was about working out, some of it was about relationships and family and all that stuff.
Oh.
Gotta listen to the AI voice.
Not the same. I'm just gonna tell you right now. This is not the same.
Yo, get this guy on. Yo, he's hella funny.
This is who I work with every single day.
Actually, no facts though.
So we're going to our first ever news segment, Reddit stories.
Woo! I'm excited.
It took me forever to get the stories because I had to go
I'm,
into
like,
Google to
scared.
figure out how to get it. Oh yeah, I also am old now. I got glasses.
They're nice.
Thank you. So this is Reddit stories. So what's going to happen is I have 4 stories. Let me tell you though, one of these stories I literally changed about 10 minutes before we came on. Like I put it on there 10 minutes ago, or 26 minutes ago, or 36, whatever. Anyway, so there's gonna be some fun ones. I took one off because I was like, this is really stupid and boring. I don't know why I had it on there. So anyway, we are gonna kick things off with the very first one. So here we go. The story is, I, 25 male, have the chance to date my old high school crush, 25 female, but I'm engaged to my fiance, 24 female. What do I do? Thoughts?
Is this relationship monogamous?
Why is he saying I have the chance as if he's not engaged?
Right. You don't gotta
Like you don't have the chance to date anyone because you're engaged.
unless she I don't know, maybe she just got out of a relationship and the fiance was like a second choice.
But he's still engaged.
Right.
Okay. So
He's 25. You don't know what he did.
This was on March 10th, 2024.
Oh goodness.
I had a crush on this girl, let's call her Carla, since middle school, going into high school, but she never paid me no mind. I left for the military and met Sarah, who is a nurse and wants to become a doctor nurse practitioner. Sarah was the usual, man, people just keep commenting right away. The correct answer is no.
What do I do? No.
just no. No, next. Move on.
Sarah was the usual type of girl I dated. I left the military to do contracting work and moved back to my home state. One day, while I was getting drinks at the bar, Carla was my bartender. She didn't recognize me, but when I told her my name, she couldn't believe it. She said she couldn't believe how much I changed. I started becoming a regular and eventually exchanged contact information with her to catch up. Throughout this time, she told me she has a crush on me, even though she knows. She said she likes how driven I am. Now I'm conflicted. She says that she will give me time to think about what I want to do. My fiance and I are doing great, but I feel like she's normally the type of woman I always get. Carla, I never had the opportunity for or thought I would have. I don't want to hurt Sarah, but I feel like I would regret this forever if I don't pursue it.
I feel like if he does it, I don't know. Something. It's just, I don't know. I don't have a good feeling if he does it. He's already committed to this other young lady, right? He's engaged to her. If he breaks off an engagement, that's awful. But I mean, that would be the only way to fairly pursue the other girl. But I feel like she like, I don't know everything, right? Because you're just describing it. But
Yeah.
I feel like she's put like some superficial like her interest in him is a lot of it's based on like looks and like
Looks.
success and
And
like
that
you
changed.
changed, you look hotter, you know, like, oh, you
You
didn't
like
like
the
me when I
one.
was cute and nerdy in high school or whatever he was before he went to the army. Now
Mhm.
he's probably all buff doing the military diet, looking all
Mhm.
chiseled. But like when you get to be 40, y'all, some of that starts going away. When I first started doing this podcast, I had biceps, I had abs. You know,
Then she had a baby.
I'm really trying, but
Ugh.
anyway. Yeah,
Um,
that little fin. But I don't know. I feel like just no. Like stop going to that bar.
No, yeah, the fact that he became a regular and then gave her his number to catch up is crazy.
like you walked into it when you gave her your number.
Exactly.
Yep.
I just it's interesting to me. I agree, Chrissy, with like she's probably it's superficial for her, but also for him, he didn't say like he's in love with this girl, it's his dream girl. He's always wanted to date her. All he said was she was someone I could never get.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's not that he even wants a relationship with her. He just wants to like get her because it's like this unicorn of like it was
yeah.
never something I could get and now I can. But that's not like a relationship. That's not saying I want to do life with this person. So then to like break off your engagement just to get someone is just crazy to me.
Not at all. Like, don't do it. All right. So some top comments from this one. Starting to become a regular at bar. No, you're going to visit your crush.
Yep.
No, fact.
Next person, poor Sarah. That's all I can say.
That's the fiance.
That's the
Okay.
fiance.
Yeah, for real.
Bro, just break up with your fiance. She deserves better than someone willing to call their engagement off for some. I'm so sorry for the words here. Not my words, theirs. Willing to call their engagement off for some pussy he wanted a decade ago.
That's a good point though.
I mean, that might very well be like all it ends up being. He might just be like, "Oh, I pulled her. You know, I couldn't pull her
Right.
back in high school." Is that what the kids say? I pulled her,
Uh-huh.
aka I boinked her, and then I did that. And now it's done.
We have an update.
Apologies for the language he said.
We have an update from April 2nd, 2024.
Oh
boy.
Sure.
It broke her heart. I love Sarah so much, and I stupidly called off the wedding to be with my old crush a few weeks ago. Throughout the couple of weeks, Carla used me as a piggy bank. That's
Nope.
all I effing was to her. I spoiled her, paid for her hair, nails, etc. I gave her everything. I found out she used the money I zelled her to buy a ticket for some guy to come and see her. I am sick to my stomach.
Karma pops off.
I reached out to Sarah, but she feels betrayed and said she doesn't want to be a sloppy second, but she's not.
That's fair.
I love her and needed this to realize it. The original poster insists he loves Sarah and he just needed these past few weeks to remind him of that.
No, because it wouldn't have reminded him of that if it had worked out.
He done messed up. I knew it wasn't gonna last too if he got it. She just wanted she wanted something superficial and he wanted to pull her. He pulled her.
Update from that.
Loser.
The
Take
only
your
comment that I found.
He's a loser, he said.
That yeah, do that.
Top comment from that, and the funniest one was, "What in the hell did I just read?" On a scale of 1 to 10, how wild is that?
I mean, it's like mid. He's young. Like
than we think.
Yeah.
yeah, he's young and he's probably gonna be okay. Like he might get it together in about 5 to 6 years. And
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be Sarah. I don't know that he like deserves it to be Sarah, but maybe he'll learn and like, you know, the next person. But dang, people just be out there asking. It's like anonymous, right?
Yeah,
People just be like,
That's crazy.
that's why people change their names for yeah, that word.
anonymity. Yeah.
Yeah, that word. Okay, English teacher. Anonymity.
Anemone.
Anonymity.
Okay. Woo! Okay, this next one. Am I the asshole for terrorizing my roommates into cleaning up their crap?
No. No. What did
Did
you wait?
you spell terrorizing wrong?
I don't know what does it mean.
What's the terrorizing?
I think you spelled terrorizing wrong.
Terror.
Is that how you spell terrorizing?
Oh, youngins.
Okay.
Yeah, like define terrorizing.
Yeah.
Like, are we running a dictatorship in this house where like we can't? I don't know. Are we going on like hunger strikes? Like, what are we?
I'm really scared what terrorizing means.
Yeah, like what is he just using that as a descriptive like word, or is he really terrorizing them?
Oh gosh.
Why don't we find out?
Oh, it's in there. Okay, let's party.
So I live with 2 roommates, 28 male and 21 female, who are less than helpful when it comes to cleaning the house. Wet clothes are left in the washer for days on end. Food is left rotting in the fridge and in the sink for several weeks if I do not clean it. They also just casually throw garbage into the yard. The yard.
Like in the bag or just into the yard?
I don't know. I'm assuming just in the yard.
Like when the garbage bag's full, or like they're done with a piece of pizza on a plate and they just don't throw the paper plate out there. Like, I'm sketched.
They get a Halloween decoration.
What?
I've asked nicely multiple times for them to clean their mess, and not so nicely a few times. I am far from the most hygienic person in the world myself. I'll leave dishes until the next day. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
And just in general on tininess, but they take it to a different level. Oh.
I'm kidding.
All this filth, since my refusal to clean it anymore, has brought some new roommates for us, mainly giant ass rats.
Yeah.
Which seem to have moved into our yard.
Shocker.
Ew.
The kicker, they are both absolutely terrified of rats.
Oh no.
A plan soon hatched in my mind is
Oh
with a bit of creativity, some invisible thread, and an old bristle broom. I now had a faux rat. I named him Ronald.
Oh, this shit went. Oh, okay.
this is good. This is good.
Every few days or so for the past 2 weeks ish, I have been placing it in the corner of the kitchen, waiting for one of them to walk in. Then I yank Ronald as hard as I can at an angle so he shoots toward them. Each time they've ran from the kitchen screaming in fear. I won't lie, I very much enjoyed doing it at first, but kind of felt guilty at having made a full-grown man bawl his eyes out and thought the lesson has probably been learned. So I decided we had to have a house meeting about the infestation and how they don't feel safe in the home anymore. Personally, I didn't feel safe with a pan of veggie rice rotting on the counter for 12 days. But hey ho.
Oh my gosh.
I simply stated that if they just cleaned up their junk, the rats would most likely disappear. Lo and behold, the place was spotless within an hour, and since then there's been a lot less mess. Ronald has been put into retirement and is resting in my bedroom, ready to pounce if ever needed again. But am I the asshole? Did I take it too far?
No, because it worked. It solved the problem.
I don't think so.
Pretty assholey. I think it would have been worse if he had like caught the live rats and
Oh,
what
God,
I thought
God.
was going, or like killed him and then left the dead ones in their rooms. That would be
Okay.
too far. Maybe.
I had a feeling it was going to be something like that. Like he was
Yeah.
going to bring them all inside or something. I don't
Making
know.
a fake rat is not a big deal.
Yeah, that's actually kind of funny.
I mean,
It was
we've all had roommates that have had bad issues with cleaning. I have been a bad roommate that had an issue with cleaning. case in point why I live alone. If I want to let a little bowl sit in my sink for 3 days, I'm not gonna have anyone yell at. And if something happens, it's my fault.
Oh my
Like-
God, Rob had roommates that were really, really dirty when we first started dating. It was wild. I was like, you got to get out of here. I had to like shower at their house once. It was never mind. I'm not gonna get into it. It was bad.
So
Boys showers.
ugh,
Disgusting.
and I'm a male.
Yeah.
I will say this: when I moved from Warrensburg to Monticello, I was cleaning out my fridge, and there was like a case of beer, and I was like, "Oh, dang it!" Like I guess I knew the case of beer was there, but I was like, I can't take this with me. I moved the box, and I found a bowl of food that I had been looking for like 4 months. So there was just a bowl sitting behind this beer.
Ew.
And just case in point, I threw the bowl out because at that
Oh,
point.
God.
But
That's when you know it's bad, when you have to like throw away the Tupperware container because you're just like, this isn't salvageable.
Tao said, "I'll yell at you."
Good. We need that. We need that friend.
It wouldn't be a CJ Unedited podcast if it wasn't an appearance by
Nova.
the cat. Let's hope he doesn't do anything because usually he just goes and hides. But today, anyway, some comments from this one said,
Oh boy.
"Ronald is a good boy." Not Nova. Kalua.
She is beat, man. Look at her. She's beat. Her uncle came over and they were playing for a while. She is tuckered out. Are you ready to meet Ronald Kalua? Just kidding.
So Ronald is a good boy. Second one, not the asshole. You're a genius and you're literally parenting them. If in a kind of brutal way. If they hate rats so much, they need to they need to learn to stop attracting rats. The last person is OP definitely needs to charge the Ronald tax. So when I was going through this, I found this Redditor. She commented and she goes, "I have a rodent joke story you might like." So I included it in here. She said, "I worked in a big box home improvement store, and every month or so, a pest control worker would come in and check the traps. My supervisor checked the one in my office area and found a dead mouse. He grabbed it by the tail and tormented my coworkers and me with it. Gross. I went home and told my dad the story. Told my dad about it for a laugh. Apparently, the next day, unbeknownst to me, my dad hatched a plan. He went to the store and went directly up to the customer service desk and where my supervisor was working. Supervisor didn't know my dad. This is important. What I've been told is that my dad gave an Oscar-worthy performance. He sadly asked my supervisor if anyone had found a mouse recently. He weaved a tale about this mouse was his only friend in the world and lived in his front shirt pocket. They had been in the store the day before and the mouse jumped from his shirt and ran off. To the horror of my supervisor, my dad started to cry. He was a sad old man. My supervisor said he was panicking on what to do. Did he tell this sad old man that his best friend was dead? Was he going to have to go dumpster diving to return the body? What the F was he going to do? Dad suddenly dropped the act and told him he was kidding. He introduced himself as my dad and explained I had told him about the mouse the day before. Supervisor told me that it was, bar none, the greatest prank he had ever witnessed.
Give that man an Oscar.
Yeah.
Lie on the spot about a non-existent mouse.
Like
He's be professionally acting somewhere.
oh God. Okay. Whew, at the end of the mouse story. Now, for anyone who is a fan of this show and has watched our crazy news reports, once every season in our crazy news report, I stumble across a news report that, let's just say, tiptoes the line of awkwardness. It all started back in season 1.
The doll?
I threw
Yes, I knew it was going to be about a
on the
doll.
roadside. There were media reports the next day.
Is he from Florida? Totally. There you go. He's gotta be
Florida man knows it.
Florida man, 100% Florida man. No offense
So-
if you're from Florida and you're dude.
I knew as soon as I heard this one and saw it, I was like, I have to do it. I have to do it because
Oh my gosh.
once every season I talk about a sex doll. Somehow, some way it gets brought up. Any thoughts?
Ever since like the second episode of this podcast,
Yes.
I threw an adult doll on the roadside. There were media
There were
reports the
media
next day. Is there a question here, or do they just want me to react?
Oh, this is from Reddit Confessions.
So there's more story to this.
Yes, there's more story to this.
See,
Like,
I
did you
want to know,
Go ahead.
why is the media reporting on it? What happened with the doll? Something has to have happened for the media needing to cover this.
Yeah.
So what
Something's gonna
happened?
happen to the doll?
Or did he accidentally throw it in front of like a daycare or something?
Okay.
Oh gosh.
So I
I'm
will
scared.
say,
I'm really scared.
not a Florida man.
Really?
No. So I do have to preface that
New Jersey. No.
I'm going to stumble over this a little bit because the guy is from Norway. So he's Norwegian. So I'm going to
Okay.
stumble over his wording because it's not the best wording. Hi. Literally is what it starts off with. Hi.
Hi.
How formal an introduction.
Hi, young man. Tell me what you did.
If my mom is listening to this, I guarantee she's going to have a, dang, my mom's not there yet. Oh, my mom would cry because my mom always told me the sex doll stories were her favorite just because of the way I present them. Anyway, okay. So I
My
bought
mom's
my
gonna
adult doll. This guy is definitely from Norway because just listen to this. I bought my adult doll, XXX toy, a couple of years ago and hid it in the hunting room, hidden from my wife.
The hunting room.
Oh, Jesus.
Last year, I decided to throw away the doll. It felt completely wrong to use it in secret from the wife.
Okay.
Decided to get rid of the doll somewhere out in nature. Isn't room in a normal box.
Really logical next steps there. Get rid of it in nature.
Somewhere out of nature, since it was in a hunting room, so I'm totally natural.
Just disposing of it doesn't, maybe he had a connection to nature because it was in the hunting room. So it only felt right to give it a respectful ending in
We'll
nature.
burn it on a pyre. And
But then
animals
how
eat
does it go from nature to the side of the road?
No, hold on. There isn't room in a normal boss bin, which must be toss bin, and it's embarrassing to take it to the landfill. Therefore, had a spade, shovel, to dig it into the forest, and I drove off. But I suddenly had bad timing and panic, and thus ended up throwing it on the side of the road.
Oh my god.
It's just like burying a dead body. Like, why are you being so stressed about it?
So I told this to Ryan. I said,
Write it a eulogy and give it a proper send off.
Newspaper after
We had many late nights.
my mom, this should be good.
She's back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh my
gosh.
God, two funny news reports for a blow-up doll.
Is it a
Why
is it
not
a blow
find
up?
a random dumpster
No,
somewhere? Good
literally.
cause. But my
Wait,
thing-
is it definitely a blow up doll?
I feel like
You can just take some scissors and cut that shit into like a
There
bunch of
was-
pieces.
there were so many more options
This
than
man.
bury it, go through the trouble of burying it, and
Okay.
then
This man is like my students. Like he will do too much to cover up his deception. Like
I told Ryan, I said, could you just imagine driving down the road and all of a sudden you just see someone like just shoving it out the car.
in a full on panic.
'Cause I'm assuming since they're in Norway, usually we drive like this, but I'm assuming they drive like this on the opposite side of the road. So someone would he would have to fling it out the side of his car.
It's Kevin. I was just telling
okay.
him I just saw you, Kevin.
So tragic comic as it all was, it ended up with the doll being found by people the next day. Someone who was on their way to work and got a little shocked and made headlines in the local newspaper, some regional, and one national newspaper. The doll was never traced back to me.
Oh shit.
So, I'm going to read you the headline of the title of the paper.
Oh.
Then I'm going to show you the picture that they used for the paper. Okay,
Oh no.
here we go. Shocked motorist. It was quite a sight. Arms and legs stuck up from the edge of the ditch on Sunday morning.
Yo, the socks. Is the head missing?
Like, how do you even do that?
Kevin, we're sharing and responding to funny Reddit stories, just in case you don't know.
Oh my god!
Like, why is there an ass just in the air? The socks is sending me.
Why does it look like it's pooping? Like,
It actually does, the way it's hitting the ground.
So unfortunate. Because it looks like a body. Oh. Oh
Okay.
I
my
didn't
god.
know who got out, took a picture of that. And just,
so
was like, this is noteworthy.
Can you imagine being some like intern at a news station and they're like, hey man, we got a story for you. Poor guy has to drive out there.
This has got to go on, what's it called, where we get all the silly news reports, like Mirror UK or whatever.
yeah.
Drop this on the Mirror website.
It's
Yes.
crazy.
Get this guy on here. He's funny as hell.
Okay.
So funny.
So some comments from this one. Imagine if the police caught you while you were digging a hole in the forest to bury what looks like a beheaded corpse.
No, literally.
With questionable substances on the booty.
Oh. Said screw it and Googled sex doll found on side of the road. Going off the number of results, this seems to be the proper way to get rid of one. I thought maybe one or two might pop up. Boy, was I wrong.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. There were different methods to dispose of it. ChatGPT, how should I?
Reddit, how should I dispose of
Sex.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
That's
Hold on.
funny.
Oh wow, you're gonna ask them.
I was just gonna say disassemble the doll.
Yes, he missed that step. Well, he started to, I guess.
He left leaving the socks on it is a little crazy though.
Would you like help finding a disposable service scenario? Donations. Yeah, he could have donated that
Metal
fucker.
Skeletons. Oh,
He could have put that on Facebook Marketplace or somewhere. Just kidding.
Oh my gosh. I just figured why not?
My
Like
goodness.
OP commented back to that one. I now know how nerve-wracking it is to pull the dowel out of the car and drive away. You feel very guilty. And another comment is LMAO, dude. I don't know what I expected when I clicked on the link, but that was not it. Why did you leave the socks on it?
The socks.
no, that's what's crazy. You left the socks on.
What I want to know is how did the wife never see this?
She didn't want any interest in the hunting room. I know. I don't know why I said that. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, "Who's going to buy that? Who's going to put that there? And who's going to buy that?" You're right.
But the socks on it is crazy. But then my other question is, how did the wife never see this in the hunting room? Like, did she never go
Yeah,
in?
obviously just never went in there. That's probably why he hid it in
Now
there.
I got questions about this relationship. Why do you have
It's
a
so
room
large.
that's all
No,
women?
yeah.
Like, what else is in that room?
Oh my god.
What else is
Who else is in? No, I'm kidding.
the hunting room?
The hunting
Or
room.
so he says.
Oh gosh. Okay. So I read this next one to Ryan today at work. The whole thing.
Is Ryan Talgotti?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is my boss. Oh, that was not the right one to use. Not
Mid calves.
His camouflage skills must have been on point.
Yeah, until he dumped it in nature.
Until he was all good until he.
Okay. We are going to. I'm gonna put this one up, and then we're gonna dissect this a little bit
Oh,
before I
God.
go into the story because this one's yeah.
Oh no.
I'm a 42 female husband, 42 male, has informed me he intends to go on a gaycation with his brother-in-law, 35 male, in Ibiza. How do I handle this?
Is this what's going to happen in my 40s? Is this what's coming?
So take out the
I need
42
more
female.
context.
Are they
So
calling
my
it a
husband-
gaycation because it's
Yeah, like, are they just calling it that? Is the
is it
brother-in-law
an event
gay?
where it's a gathering of gay men?
Yeah.
And first
Is the
off,
brother-in-law gay and he's like the only straight guy? Like,
all right.
she needs to go to Ibiza too.
So this was published on November 27th, 2024. So this is recent.
This is very recent. I need to know if she went to Ibiza. I took a pill in Ibiza. I'm crying.
Any of my friends who watch this, and I told you to watch this, I'm so sorry. And I hope you still friends with me after this. Anyway, so here we go.
What happened?
Just this podcast. Hi there. I really wish I didn't have to make this post, but here it goes. So me and my husband have been happily married for about 16 years, give or take. We both have stable careers, good family life, and are fairly fortunate despite the cost of living racking up here in the UK right now. We have 2 boys, 15 and 10. And up until this Sunday, thought we had it pretty good.
Hey,
We
boy,
argue sometimes, of course, but never gotten too bad. And we have a pretty decent sex life with some exploration, but I won't get into that.
Oh, okay, that's information we need.
Long and short story is, on Sunday, just after I dropped our boys off at their friends, my husband asked me if we had the house alone, and more importantly, do I have them? I said yes, and he sat me down, then got out this printed poster for some sort of orgy and started explaining to me the concept of a gaycation.
I'm Googling what that is.
No,
You're
don't
Googling
Google
what?
it. Don't Google it.
Don't
Don't
Google
Google
orgy.
It's in the story. It's in the story.
No, gaycation. I know
It's in
orgy.
the story.
Oh,
It's in the story.
I was
Oh, you're Googling. Are you Googling orgy or gaycation?
Gaycation.
It's in the story.
All right.
Well, at least this definition is. He said, it's where straight men go to somewhere with sun, sand, and booze and become gay for the duration of the trip. But that's fine because it doesn't actually count. Because what happens on the gaycation stays on the gaycation. I was just completely silent and mortified. Even more so when he said he was looking into booking a trip to Ibiza next year with his brother-in-law, his sister's husband, to experience it for himself. I saw that face.
I need to know what that exploration was in their sex life, because if they had like if they had like a threesome with like 2 males, that's probably where he's like getting these interests, right? Like if he, I don't want to get too like inappropriate on here, but if he was like doing things to the guy and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like she was there too, and they did that to spice up their marriage. Like they're in their 40s, tit for tat, but like you got to be ready for what might come of that. Like sexuality is a spectrum to a lot of people, you know? So I need to know what the exploration was, because I think she might have.
Right.
Years of
Well,
time.
I don't want to say she created this because it could have been his idea, but
in the same way, like I'm curious what if the exploration was a threesome too, just because in general, is their relationship exclusive or not sexually?
Yeah.
Like, are they open?
Yeah.
Because to me, if he's going on this gaycation, like that's cheating
Yeah.
on your
Okay.
wife, unless in the bedroom they have an open policy.
So it continues. When he finally let me speak,
It
I
only
did
gets
say,
worse.
I need him to be clear with me. Is he gay?
Oh
Because
god.
if yes, that's okay, but we need to figure out what happens going forward. I didn't let myself get angry or upset. I was just stunned. He swore up and down how he's not gay and he's 100% attracted to women, and of course still loves me and our boys. So I said, well, do you think you're bi maybe? And he got very defensive, saying how I needed to drop the accusations and that
Okay,
this is
so
the
he's bi.
beauty of the gaycation. It allows straight men to experience gayness without actually being gay, and how it's like going to an aquarium.
No, it gives curious men a safe environment to figure it out without feeling like they have to give an explanation or a label to it.
Yep.
Like, Again,
Which is
he was,
fine, but like
he was at. Technically, it only gets worse.
I know, I was laughing. He sent that a
Sounds
lot.
like
earlier.
it, Tal Gotti. Okay.
Oh gosh.
And again, he was adamant that he didn't find men's bodies or genitalia exciting at all, but he needs to experience this apparently. I said,
Needs
well, I'm
to
really not comfortable because even if he, so okay, there it goes. It goes out the thing of having a threesome because I said, I'm really not comfortable because even if he was bi, this would be explicitly cheating on me.
Yeah.
He got
Period.
angry and reiterated he's not, because that's the beauty of the gaycation. I just had enough
This
and I
is
left
so
the room.
wild.
I ignored him for the rest of the day, but we spoke again at tea because they're in the UK. So they get
A tea.
where I
Spoke
again
about the
asked him,
location.
why does
Tea
he
and
want
crumpets.
to do this so bad if he's not gay? He said how he's interested in how a gay man's lives differ to straight men's, and that unfortunately, once the gaycation begins, it's simply impossible for a man to resist, and he must surrender himself, mind, body, and soul to the gaycation or be destroyed. I really can't put into words how surreal it was because he was speaking so matter-of-factly. And he again insists this is the thing that straight men do all the time. Straight men, please chime in.
So it's a
do all the
cult.
time. And he's actually doing it a little bit late in life. I just said to him, if he has any love for me, then he can't go ahead with this. And if he does,
Yeah.
the marriage will be dead. We didn't speak anymore after that.
Wait, can you say the aquarium analogy again?
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah. What was the
I
aquarium?
was so overwhelmed by this that I missed that.
He said, where am I at? Hold on. It's like when you don't being a teacher, you have to go back and figure out where you were in the spot. It allows straight men to experience gayness without actually being gay, and how it's like going to an aquarium.
Oh, like you're looking from behind the glass. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any comments so far? Bear in mind, we're far from over.
I feel like
That's crazy.
I feel well like too like I don't know. I feel like I'm still thinking about this exploration, but even if there was exploration, she's involved. Like
Yeah.
even if he had bi interactions, like if he had a bi threesome, she's involved. So in order for it to be fair, she needs to be involved, or he can't do it.
Yeah. So,
And like as a gay dude, like is this a thing? Like
Yeah, have you heard of this?
do y'all like do
Never heard.
this?
I've never heard of a gay.
Well, he
No,
said
I've heard-
he
I've
said
heard
it's
of, like-
exclusively for straight men, though.
I've heard of no. There's gay men there.
They're just looking to return.
So I've heard of gay cruises. That's a thing. Like, and I've heard of like people buying out a resort for gays and like having like a gay pride week. But I've never heard of a straightcation.
James just takes vacation. Yeah, James just goes to Broadway. James just goes to Broadway, just show after show after
Yeah,
show.
he just goes to New York City. That's
James
it.
does side quest. Anyway, since then he's mentioned no more of it. This is after she said if he goes, they're getting a divorce. The marriage is over.
I mean,
Since then,
period.
he's mentioned no more of it. But somehow, and this is what scares me a lot, that decision genuinely seems to be tearing him up. He didn't go into work on Monday and only went in a half a day yesterday because he told him he just felt too ill and he just looks distraught every time I see him. I really don't think he's wholly gay, though I can absolutely believe he's bi, but I'd rather we talk about it in a healthy way rather than this incredibly weird denialism around going on a sex holiday to Ibiza.
I'm never going to Ibiza. Me either, Scott.
I never
If
go.
this is what's going on at Ibiza, I don't know if I want to be there.
I would go.
anyone
I'm safe as a straight older woman. I just hang out with all the gay guys.
Has anyone known straight guys to do this and come back and just go back to being straight? Like, how? Surely that can't be a thing that happens. I'm so out of my depth here, and I just don't know how to even initiate the conversation. For the record, I also haven't mentioned it to his sister yet. I don't know how to even break it to her. Thanks for any help. I just don't even want to think. So being able to get this out there was help even just for a little. There's an edit. She edited it. And there's a PS. Edit. Wow, this blew up. This has been incredibly sobering, and I think I've now confirmed what I've actually already knew to be the case. The marriage is dead one way or another. In a way, I was in denial myself about it. I have contacted my sister-in-law, and she initially screamed at me, calling me a liar, and even insinuated I was trying to steal her husband. She rang me back shortly after, apologized, and admitted she was in deep, deep shock. I have asked my parents to look after the boys, and we're going to meet tomorrow to discuss this deeper. I have also texted my husband and told him he will need to make alternative accommodation arrangements, but he'll not be sleeping here tonight, and a bag will be waiting for him. Not sure if the mods want to lock this post or not, but I think I got my answers. Thank you all for the kind words, especially Champion Flight, who really gave me the good dose of reality I needed. P.S. I see a lot of people asking about the aquarium, and at risk of doxing myself, there is a pretty famous aquarium in the UK called The Deep. At the very end, you walk through a tunnel that goes underneath the main fish tank, so it's quite immersive, I suppose. My husband explained the aquarium thing, and that it's a bit like that. You go there and you observe the fishes. You even get a bit up close, but you never actually enter the water, get emotionally invested, or become a fish. Gay. So it doesn't really count. It was a very bizarre analogy, and I pointed out it still makes no sense, and he just got more in a huff, and now I just don't get it. And frankly, I still don't think I'll ever get it.
Wait, so they're not participating in what's taking place at this gaycation. They're just observing.
Yes.
But if he said he knows he has no attraction to men or men genitalia, why does he want, like, why would he want to go and observe? I feel like you would only want to observe that if you were attracted to it or interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, okay. Also, side note, the brother-in-law, sister-in-law situation. First of all, for the sister to think that the first thing was that she was stealing her husband says that there's some unhealthy stuff going on in those relationships. Second of all, if the other husband wants to go, are they secretly gay for each other and then they just don't know how to tell the wives, so they're going on this gaycation together as a cover?
Yeah. So someone commented and said, your husband isn't proposing a gaycation. He's proposing cheating on you with men while using magical thinking to pretend it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Planning this with his sister's husband makes it even more disturbing. His bizarre explanation about surrendering mind, body, and soul isn't straight man curiosity. It's someone desperately trying to justify exploring his sexuality while keeping his heterosexual marriage. His depression about not being able to go isn't about missing a vacation. It's about being forced to confront his sexuality without his convenient what happens in Ibiza stays in Ibiza excuse.
That was a very articulate way of saying it. Let's just call it a spade. Exactly. Yeah.
So OPP, the original poster, replied, oh, no, there's more. His meltdown over not going shows how desperately he wants to avoid facing his reality. The original poster replied, I read this over multiple times, and I guess the worst part is, I know you're completely right. OPP should consider about the divorce. She said, I want to avoid the divorce option, but I guess it's the only option, isn't it? Commenter number 2. So this isn't just a thought, but I'm wondering if he was really planning on doing the gaycation, or if that was just a cover to try to get you to agree with it. While if the real plan was to get with another woman while he was down there. She replied, that I hadn't really thought of that, to be honest. And now the thought terrifies me. From the way he was talking about men, the fact that he had a poster for a gay orgy, I mean, it's one hell of a bluff, surely.
No kidding.
Commenter number 3. Tell him you're going to have a straightcation while he's gone, and you're going to surrender mind, body, and soul to another man. I'd use this time away to pack up, move out, and have divorce papers waiting for him.
That's so sad for her.
Yeah, and I feel like I mean, I don't know everything, but I feel like she was ready to kind of go above and beyond to like accommodate
the binary.
His interest he was bi. Like they had already maybe explored some things. Like if he had that's your wife. Like I know it's kind of like life changing, but like I don't know if that's the person your soulmate, your person. Like you should be able to be like, listen, it's probably hard as shit, but like you work it out.
Right.
You got two kids. Like I don't know.
Tao knows this already, but there's an update.
Oh gosh.
November 28th, 2024.
Oh wow.
So when I last posted, I contacted my husband to tell him he wouldn't be staying at home tonight and a bag would be waiting for him. As you can imagine, we argued quite badly. I won't go into specific details, but now I'm 100% on board with the fact, at a minimum, he's bi. Might even be gay altogether. We've had arguments in the past, but I've generally never seen him have such a childish tantrum before, screaming about how I just don't understand that. And if I have to say this word one more freaking time, I'm going to be mad. Understand the gaycation. I suppose absolutely despise that phrase now. Oh, hey, same. And insinuating I'm actually homophobic because I refuse to allow him to participate in this cultural exchange with the gay community.
Oh, shit.
A lot of you have said to ask me if it'd be acceptable if the roles were in reverse. And I did say, would it be acceptable if I went and slept with other guys during the week? Like effing clockwork, he was very angry and offended, saying it's completely different because a gaycation means nothing. And what happens on the gaycation stays on the
gaycation,
etc. So it doesn't actually count. Whereas I'd just be straight up cheating. Well, I turned it around on him.
Oh my god! All right, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Say it.
I just googled gaycation and another Reddit post came up. Anyway, go ahead. And it's a show.
Standard is crazy.
And there's a show apparently. Yeah, that's wild.
Well, I turned it around on him. No, but you see what happens in Manchester stays in Manchester. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't count. It's like bird watching. And I think it got through to him.
He said it's like bird watching.
That's hilarious.
He went all quiet and then started crying, admitting that the thought of me sleeping with other men is destroying his heart. But relationships need sacrifice. So agreed while in tears that when he goes on the gaycation, I'll get 1 week in Manchester to do whatever I want. He doesn't want me to, but that's fair in a twisted way, he said.
Oh, shit.
I told him to get out of my house, and thankfully he left without a fight. Here's where she goes psycho, and I love it.
There's more? Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
I know it's incredibly petty, but I also drained the joint bank account, legal in the UK, so he couldn't try to use it against me. About an hour later, I got a ring up from his mom, my mother-in-law, who just screamed and screamed at me about being a cheating whore, how I was horrible, what about the kids, etc. When I finally got my composure back, I just said, ask your son about the gaycation. Obviously, at first she got angry, but I just said, no, just ask him about the gaycation. He'll explain. But she called me an effing joke and hung up. Later on, getting into the evening, I got another phone call from her and floods of tears. She was very apologetic, and I told her she doesn't need to be the one to apologize. She was so upset, she put father-in-law on the phone, who, while he sounded calm, I could just sort of tell he was on the warpath. Again, very apologetic, and he said he overheard that phrase, asked my husband, and husband initially said, no, it's nothing, before explaining how it's a modern thing men do, and gave them the same spiel about how what happens in the gaycation, man can't resist the gaycation, how a man must surrender to the gaycation. Father-in-law just said they told him to leave or they'd call the police. Don't go where he goes, but he wasn't staying there. Husband tried to call me while I was on the phone, but I just ignored it. And father-in-law just said he was so sorry for me, and they're in my corner, and that's one thing. Told them to be there for their daughter because it sounds like brother-in-law is involved. Husband didn't tell him that part. And father-in-law just said he had to go because he was so angry.
Wow.
Got a text from my husband after the phone call, which was all weirdly rambled, saying that about how I'd abused the gaycation to destroy his marriage and destroy his life, and again insinuated I, and his parents now, were homophobic for doing such a thing. Told him we'll talk when he grows up and blocked his number. I took a day off of work myself to have the locks changed this morning, so that's another 500 pounds gone. But whatever. At least I know he won't be coming back. I'm going to look into how to proceed with the divorce, and then we'll move from there. Oh, of course, there's also the brother-in-law. So I haven't yet met with sister-in-law. She was in such a state and has taken this far worse than I have for reasons that'll be clear.
Excuse me. Thanks.
We're going to maybe try tomorrow, but we did talk over the phone, and I eavesdropped on the conversation with her husband where she put her phone on speaker and I went on mute. Her husband got home earlier. She made him come home, told him there was an emergency, and just said to him, "Can you please explain what a gaycation is?" She told me afterwards she was praying he looked confused or just be like, "What?" or anything like that. But instead, he just sat her down and explained that a gaycation is a new thing where straight men go to gay hotspots and participate in gay sex acts. See, they're actually participating.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And but it
That's
doesn't
not like the aquarium. You don't go in that water. Anyway, go ahead.
because there's no investment, and because what happens on the gaycation,
They're scuba diving in the aquarium.
he says it's like writing down angry thoughts and putting them in the drawer. You never have to see them again. Whoo! Whole time, sister-in-law, what happens? Oh, gaycation, a happy getaway.
They should have just called it that and left it at that.
Whole
We're going
time,
back.
sister-in-law is in tears and just completely bats off some points my husband did about how it doesn't count, as he calmly just bats off some of it. And he even did the whole, "It's impossible to resist, you must surrender or be destroyed" shit. I seriously think they must be speaking to some dominatrix or something. Are there even male doms? Because surely neither of them are that neither of them are that. To this actually make that up on their own. I really don't want to get into what was discussed for her sake, but it came very apparent to me that brother-in-law is into brother-in-law is into some sissy hypno porn, and at times conflated with what the concept of a gaycation. There was utterly some surreal moments where sister-in-law is just trying to wrap her head around this while also in floods of tears, and he explained so genuinely, so matter-of-factly, that for most men, the gaycation is either a one-time or annual thing, but some men go on the gaycation for years, and others simply never return because they use hypnosis and mind control to be totally feminized into a state of permanent pseudo-gayness. She said in disbelief, "Surely if you're taking it up the ass willingly because you want to, that makes you gay." And he said no, because that's the beauty of the gaycation. You can do all this gay stuff, but you don't interact with the wider gay life experience. She asked him if the sissy stuff is what he wanted, and he said not on a long-term basis, and was adamant this is something all straight men do, but she won't get it because she's a woman. There were more insinuations of homophobia. Well, that marriage is dead too, I suppose. The whole ordeal ended when she said to him he has a choice to make, and he said no, he doesn't need to make his choice because the beauty of the gaycation is that it allows him to
The commitment to the bit and the manipulation is
Yeah,
they're committed to the bit.
She said that's not the choice. The choice is whether he's leaving the house that night or she is. Only good thing he did he was leave. Me and sister-in-law spoke about it after, and I'm just still utterly stunned. I understand she's gone to her parents for the support. What exactly did we do to our lives? What exactly did we do to have our lives destroyed in such an abrupt, bizarre way? For some advice, I'm going to look at devices and bank statements to see if I can find any definitive proof of cheating. After that, I suppose figure out how to tell the boys why their father won't be coming home. There's an edit. Spoke to other sister-in-law. My husband's family is older sister, younger sister, original sister-in-law, and gave her a skimmed down version of it. She asked her husband, and thankfully he was deeply confused, but then mentioned about 2 years ago at a birthday party, he was approached by my husband and brother-in-law about signing up to some online boot camp around BDSM cross-dressing. He assumed they were taking the piss out of him, so told them to F off and never really thought of it. Again, the fact this has been going on for that long is making me want to throw up. P.S. For the poster who said about divorce options, I'm actually going to look into adultery now because plain and simple, that's what this is.
I'm gagged.
Husbands.
They've been doing this. Yeah, I think something's going on with them. Yeah, so that's his sister. No, that's the husband's sister. The husband's sister's husband.
Sister's husband, the younger sister's husband, is going on the gaycation with the brother.
The
With
younger
the
sister of the girl or the younger sister of the guy?
So the younger sister, so it goes sister, husband, younger sister. Younger sister is married to brother-in-law.
Nah. I need to ask Rob when he gets out of bed time.
Baffled.
You ever heard of a gay
Have
kid?
you ever heard of a
And
gay
this
kid?
wasn't a prank.
You're a straight man.
No.
Have you ever heard of this?
The
They
fact
were
that
so committed to the bit, though.
It's like they had it rehearsed, like the whole.
Cult.
This is what you submit to. Yeah.
yeah, the fact that the other husband was like, "No, what are you talking about?" You know, there was this one time where your brother approached me.
About
Oh,
cross.
he was just drunk and messing around. Shit.
So there is a top comment, and it's a little bit of a long one, but it's the only top comment there was. Your husband and brother-in-law are deep in a shared delusion that's destroyed two families. Their identical talking points about surrender and destruction prove this was way too coordinated. They're not just planning to cheat, they're already involved in some online community that's wrapped their thinking. The fact that they both instantly launched into the same script about gaycations shows that this isn't spontaneous. You made the right call draining the account and changing the locks. Their attempts to flip this into accusation of homophobia show how desperately they're trying to avoid responsibility. The ideal language, the bizarre aquarium and bird watching analogies. Okay, but the bird watching was her, not him.
The bird
It was
watching.
clever. It was clever.
The talk of surrender or be destroyed. They're in some online echo chamber that's completely divorced from reality. When your husband agreed to let you have a Manchester week while crying, he revealed the whole lie. He knows exactly what this is, cheating. He just wants permission to do it while denying you the same. The talk about hypnosis and permanent immunization reveals just how far this goes. Get a lawyer, protect your assets, and document everything. This will get worse before it gets better. Focus on protecting yourself and your children because they're too far gone in their shared fantasy to the destruction they're causing because they're young. What a pathetic hill for two men to die on. They destroyed their marriages, traumatized their families, and alienated their parents, all while insisting none of it counts because they made up some special rules about it. They want to cheat without consequences, and they found an online community that validates this fantasy.
Yeah, that's correct. Holy cow.
Damn.
Well, I told you, if we're gonna rebuild, we're gonna go big or go home.
Golly. Oh my gosh.
Is that the last one?
That's the last one.
Because I feel like you have to end with that. At least end that.
There's nothing to top that.
We had to, like.
I think that's a 10 out of 10 on crazy.
And if we do this again, like, it's going to be hard to. Wow.
No, they literally they were in a psychotic cult group. Like, that's 10 out of 10 crazy.
It's like they've been, I don't want to say groomed. Like, they've been brainwashed, maybe is a better word, to believe that like this can be a thing.
It's
Sorry,
like
my
a
dog
cult,
is
because you kind of like you're voluntarily, not all cases, but like semi, like you join a cult and then the brainwashing happens because you're like voluntarily.
And I bet they go for like people of this, like they're a little bit older than me, right? Their kids are getting older. They've been in their marriages for a while, like as someone who's been married 7 years, like I love my husband, but we've been married 7 years. Like it's just calm. It's chill sometimes. Like sometimes you gotta do a lot to get the spice back, like they probably targeting people of the, not targeting, but like, maybe like trying to get people at this time that are like,
trying to appeal to them,
trying to bring back the magic with some penis. Oh,
so
pardon. Sorry, guys.
So I will say that this one was just a sample of what Reddit stories are. The next time we do it, we're gonna have it could be themes. It's gonna be themes. So like confessions, travel, breakup, shocking, selfish, like
Gaycation.
gaycation, roommates. Like pranks. It's just going to be a bunch of different things. But they're all going to be centralized into one category. So the next one is going to be everything that has to do with pranks or all that. So I just wanted I wanted to do a little bit of a stem of what this could be like, and trust me, I think I did. So without further ado, that's been Reddit Stories.
That was
Oh wow!
a really good kickoff to this.
Oh my God.
this new thing.
Holy cow!
Wow.
Oh god. Yeah. I also I had one on there that like when I was reading them to Ryan today, I was like, this one's really boring. Like it was I can tell you what it was because there is one that I have saved mainly because Ryan told me to save it for a future episode because Ryan said absolutely not, if this happens to me I'm freaking leaving. But the one I was going to say to read but I changed it last second was my best friend 22 female is giving up a full ride scholarship to be with her boyfriend of less than 3 months.
Yeesh.
So I went with the crazier option of the
Fair.
rats. The rat was the crazier one.
The fake rats, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So Brinkley, how was it for your first time on this podcast as a co-host?
Oh my gosh.
'Cause
Yeah.
you've been on there.
I've been a guest twice, so I'm not entirely new. Yes, I've been a guest twice.
Twice.
Were you?
What'd you
I've
do?
been on twice.
You did the Murdoch. You did the murders.
Uh-huh.
What was the other one?
I don't
Didn't she
remember, but I know
do-
I've been on twice.
She did a movie review, right?
Or we were supposed to do movies and then the topic changed or something. But yeah,
I think-
I'll just
yeah.
say, yeah, no, this is so much fun. Yeah, I'm excited just to like be a part of it for every episode, at least that I can, instead of just once on for a season. So,
I mean,
and man, what a way to kick it off! I mean, I was crying, laughing at one point, and now I'm speechless.
Yeah, I'm like,
Say about other than a gaycation. So,
you
yeah,
don't want to go on a gaycation.
no, I don't.
I will say.
for no purpose for a straight woman to be there.
No.
No purpose. Unless we're just hanging out with the gay guys during the day.
I mean, James, if we ever go on vacation, then I'm going on a gaycation, technically, right? Because I get to witness you flirt with hot men on the beach or something. I don't know.
So I will say, oh fudge nugget! I forgot my Instagram password.
Fudge Nugget.
I
Your dad
will
said that
say-
she was on when the two ladies from St. Louis. Oh yeah. I think that was Murdoch Murders.
That was
We
Murdoch.
had
I will
Dimple-
say it officially says it. You can't read it, but it says co-host Brinkley Beaver.
Nice.
yay.
That's
Dude, that was fun. That was a great way to come back after 300 almost 60 days of being gone. But
Came back with the bang.
literally
Literally.
blazing
bad.
glory.
Vacation.
Gaycation. Like, I was reading that to Tao, and Tao was like, "Oh my gosh, it continues. There's
Yeah.
more." He goes, "No, that has to be the end." No, there's more. What? I will tell you, that's like 3 pages long on my document.
Oh, I bet.
Oh my gosh.
Like, no. If we do crazy news report, if we ever do Reddit stories, just if you ever see one that you think is crazy, just send it to me, and I'll try to set a theme around it. Because I have one that's a prank one that I want to read because it's hilarious, but I'm not going to do that tonight, obviously. But no, there's some good ones. So, anything else? Anything else we want to say except for welcome back, I guess, to the show for once. But
Yeah, thank you everybody for watching and commenting along. It made it more fun. Happy St. Patrick's Day if you celebrate.
that's not
Yeah.
today.
It's,
I know, but it's coming out. We won't
Oh,
be back.
I was like, that's not today.
yeah, but you kind of like, since it's a Monday, you take the weekend to celebrate. So
Yeah, we got it.
It is Monday, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We won't see any.
Oh,
like,
bet I can wear green and get away with it. Because I work at a school that has green.
Oh, that is convenient.
And we have softball. Woohoo! Sorry if you're watching softball, girls. I do actually like going, but like, there's 4 straight days of softball, and I'm not okay with it. So
They're probably tired too. Speaking as a former athlete,
double header on Sunday, single game on Monday, double header on Tuesday. So that's 5 straight games.
Yeah.
But I guess without further ado, we can end it off with this. Instagram.
Feel free to follow me if you have not already at CRossMac_4. And where are you, girl?
oh,
She is laying by the door. I think she's trying to maybe go potty soon. At Kalua_Pup410. Have you seen 410? Her birthday is in just a few short weeks, and she'll be 4.
Oh, that's me. I don't know why I'm next. That's not right. It should be you. At Jay Hansen is mine. I mean, just follow me. I mean, I haven't really posted lately. There we go.
yeah. Brinkley_Beaver. I have a private account, but since you guys were so active in the comments, I'll probably recognize you from the comments. So accept it, give you a follow back. But yeah, that's it. It's a picture of me in my football coaching attire. So
If you want to follow the podcast, it's at CJ Unedited Podcast. No, I mean, most importantly, I mean, it was a great show. Different aspect of what we were expecting. So, but I guess we will end it this way. Until our next show, be on the lookout for it. We're gonna have to figure out some dates. Because just that. And I can also probably tease that we are going to have a one-off episode, not on a Thursday, but on a Sunday night, perhaps, live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in June. Chris, I'm excited for that. If maybe we'll see if we feel okay with doing that after we take a train ride back.
We'll do something. We'll do
something. Maybe
we'll do some kind of interactive thing.
But until then, guys, until we in the next episode, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and remember to live your life 100% unedited. Goodbye.
Just watch me break in your sweat. You're